Watch this video before going to HR. This is for Black women in toxic jobs. If you are currently in a toxic job and some things have been happening at your job and you're thinking about going to HR or people have told you to go to HR, please watch this video first. If you don't know me already, I'm Dr. Kimani. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, a toxic job survivor, and more importantly, I'm a toxic job liberator for Black women. On my channel, I talk about ways to support Black women leaving and healing from toxic jobs. So this video is going to be shorter than my other videos about HR. So I've done interviews with Black women who have had some negative experiences with HR. I've also interviewed Black women who have worked in HR. And what's really concerning is the interviews I've had with Black women who work in HR who've been bullied by other people in HR. So I have those videos available to you on my YouTube channel. So this video is a shortened version of all of those videos, as well as the recent videos that I've done about how I walked into an ambush and talking about my own negative experiences with HR when I was at a previous job, toxic job that I resigned from about 2 years ago, as well as another video that I did about is HR a sham? Okay. So I have, I'm speaking in terms of my own experiences, what I've heard from other Black women, but also I've been doing some research and I want to share this research with you if you are currently in a toxic job and you are thinking about going to HR. So I'm sharing this information, which is actually a response to a video that I recently saw. Well, actually, I've been watching a number of videos about this. And so I'm going to talk about a video that I saw from a California employment attorney who's speaking about HR. So his name is Brannigan Robertson, and I will put his information about the video and his YouTube channel in the description section of this video. Okay. So the video that I'm reviewing is kind of out there in terms of the title. Human Resources Sucks at Helping Humans. Now, I don't completely agree with that because, as I mentioned before, I've met some incredible people who've worked in HR, who currently work in HR. I just haven't had negative experiences with it. I just haven't had positive experiences going to HR when I was at the previous toxic job. But this is in no way an indictment of all people who work in HR. So I just want to put that out there. He even mentions that in the video as well. I think it's just like a kind of catchy, title to get people to click the title. So I wanted to review some things just very briefly. If you're thinking about going to HR, that you consider these things that he's really highlighting in this video. So first, he said, when you go to HR, there's a potential of you walking into a minefield and be aware of that. So he talks about being informed about what is your true purpose of going there and understanding there are certain things that you need to be aware of. Okay, so I'm going to go over those things briefly so that you can make a determination about if you want to go to HR and what ways you want to present information to HR. So number one, he said, HR is there to protect the company and not you. And in some situations, you may be seen as the villain, as you are kind of disrupting the so-called harmony in the toxic system. So you are seen as, making waves and, people are just like, this is kind of just how it goes. And you're kind of messing up the flow. So you may be seen as the bad person. So just keep in mind, if you decide to go to HR, no, they are not there fully to support you. They are there to protect what the company, right? Because they're employees of the company. That's number one. Number two, HR will not keep the information confidential. I've done interviews with other Black women who've been in HR, and they've told me in terms of from a moral stance, right? Those honorable people who work in HR, they will tell you that, whatever information you share with me, it's not confidential. But for you to know this too, that whatever information you share with HR, even if they did tell you, just know that information that you're sharing, it's not confidential. Okay. Number three, that HR is subservient to the company, right? So remember, they are employees of the company. And even if they want to do right by you, they recognize that that might jeopardize their job position in some ways. So they might prioritize you over, them over you or your concerns, right? And thinking about this, because I think this happened in my situation. I don't know quite for sure. But when you try to make sense out of things that don't make sense, but the person that you may be complaining about at your job may be bringing in a lot of money to the job. So a lot of money to the company. So they have an investment in keeping this person, and they may view you as expendable because you're not bringing in the same kind of money as this other person. And I'm going to do videos about this too, you don't know about relationships that this person who might be terrorizing you at the job, you don't know what kind of relationships or connections they got with people. Okay, so just keep that in mind too. The fourth thing that the employment attorney talked about is that HR does not know employment law. Now, I don't know if this is across the board for everyone. I'm just commenting on what he said. He said that, HR staff may not be familiar with evaluating the legal risks, statutes, case law. Keep that in mind. So if there's something going on and you have some legal concerns, it may be best for you to consult with an employment attorney. Okay. And then the fifth thing for you to think about before going to HR is that HR quality varies dramatically. So as I said before, I had a very negative experience with HR, but I've heard of other Black women working in HR or have had experience with HR, and they've been really good. So it really varies. So before deciding to go to HR, if you kind of have heard, like the gossip on the street at your job is that HR is shady or HR doesn't really help anyone, please pay attention to that. Please pay attention to that, because that will tell you some information about what your next move is. If you want to go to HR, or do you want to go consult with an employment attorney so that you will be well-versed in what to say when you go into that meeting. So I know Anne-Marie Archer, the anti-HR lady, talks to Black women about that. So be prepared before you go into these meetings and before you decide to go to HR. So think about everything that I reviewed based upon that video. Check out this employment attorney's YouTube channel, might give you more information, but you are able to evaluate the risks and the benefits of going to HR. I just want you to be informed before you go. Okay. So if you are looking at this information and you're like, what, HR is shady, my HR is not there to support me, then you may want to come to the Job Liberation Virtual Summit for Black Women. Anne-Marie Archer, the anti-HR lady, is one of our speakers as well. But just in terms of preparing yourself to get ready to leave a toxic job when you're ready to go on your own terms. Okay. So all that is available to you May 18th and 19th. Different speakers. So Black women talking about ways they've left a toxic job, replaced their income, and they're doing well. And we want to share that information with you. So I'm co-hosting this with Marissa Price. Again, the Job Liberation Virtual Summit for Black Women, May 18th and 19th. If you haven't gotten your ticket, get your ticket, which the description section has the registration link. And you are also able to sponsor a Black woman to attend the summit as well. You could just email me and let me know that you would like to sponsor a Black woman. And then Marissa or I will follow up with you about that, about what to do. And if you want to come to the summit, but you're concerned that your employer is going to find out or other people are going to know that you're there, they won't know because you won't be on camera. None of the participants who come to the summit will be on camera. Names will not be listed. If you have a question or comment that you want to make, you can change your name in the platform. Okay. So again, register for the summit. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so and share this video with at least 2 other Black women. Give this video a thumbs up and turn the notification bell so that you know when I post another video. And just remember to watch this video if you are planning to go to HR so that you are informed. I don't want you walking into an ambush like I did. Okay. Okay. So see you later. Bye.